Google Educator Group of South Texas. GEG.SOUTX.US. Hello and welcome everybody thank you for joining our May meeting for the Google Educator Group of South Texas. And I think it's time to begin. One of the first things that I want to start with is I want to congratulate Kathy for being the new captain, a new captain to our group. So our leadership is growing. We're hoping that we have more leaders coming up soon. Looking forward to what is known as the Corpus Christi area. Hopefully we get more members from over there, or possibly one that is the outside of South Texas. That way we have worldwide representation as well. But as of right now, thank you, Kathy, for joining. And now San Antonio area is being represented. Awesome. Care to say any words before we begin?
No, I'm just super excited I'm so sorry, my husband just got home, so the dog's barking. Just super excited to kind of help grow the group, and I'd like to really grow, representation in our San Antonio area and other areas as well. So just really excited to take on this role.
Awesome, thank you. All right, so earlier before I started going live, we were talking about there's the applied digital skills, right? Apply Digital Skills from Google is doing a contest Juneteenth, and it's about creating a flyer for Juneteenth. Let me see if I can find that resource. But it's a contest, and yeah, here we go. Let me present. This time I need to remember to also present to the live stream, because last time I forgot. All right, so here it is. It's Celebrate Juneteenth. It's a contest with Google. And the basics of it is the students are gonna create a flyer using Google Drawings, and the teacher is gonna post it on social media, specifically Twitter and the other one. What's it called? Instagram, excuse me. Using the hashtags Juneteenth Flyer Contest and Applied Digital Skills. And I'm not sure what the contest is going to have, but here are the rules. Too many to read. I'm just trying to see what happens if you win. I didn't read into it a lot. I just got the email today, so I just thought I would share with y'all. And I said that I wasn't going to forget to present to the stream, and I forgot to present to the stream. But here it is again. The celebrating the Juneteenth. It's a flyer contest, and it's through Applied Digital Skills. So you would have to create a class in Applied Digital Skills. And I knew I was going to say something else. I forgot. So I think that is all I have for right now. It's the end of the month, or the end of the school year, the last meeting of the school year before we start vacation meetings. So we'll see how this goes today. I know there's a lot of meetings going on, so it's going to be interesting. It's all right. We can see how we do with this presentation. And I think I talked too much. So, Kathy, thank you for volunteering doing this part for us.
All right, so I know we have a small group to start off with, but that's okay. I'm going to drop a link to the Pear Deck in our chat. If you can go ahead and click the link and sign in, we're going to kind of walk through the Pear Deck together to kind of do some different things. Are you guys seeing my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. All right, so you guys don't actually have to go to joinpd.com. You can just click the link and then sign in.
Yep.
And we got 3 people in. All right, looks like everybody's in.
I didn't have to put my name; it just took me there automatically, right?
It probably is hanging on to your credentials, so it knows who you are.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No cheating.
No cheating. So, all right. So first, these are a couple of our GEG South Texas leaders. If you'd like to check them out and give them a follow, on our Twitter handles are there. But we're going to go ahead and start with, I don't know, do you want to pause for intros so everybody can introduce themselves?
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
I'll go last. Kathy, would you like to do the honors?
First then. Sure. So my name is Kathy Hilbert. I am an instructional technology specialist in San Antonio, Texas. I taught in the classroom for 10 years or so, and now I get to support teachers in innovating instruction, so that's really exciting.
Awesome. Okay. Now, next on my list is Omar.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my name is Omar Lopez. I teach 6th through 8th technology applications in La Jolla, ISD. It's been fun. This week I start my last week of the classroom teaching. Starting Monday, I'll be starting at Region 1 as a learning resources instruct. Oh my goodness, I don't even know the title, but it's LRI, Learning Resources Integration Specialist on Monday. So I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. I'm very sad that I'm leaving my children behind. So it's like all kinds of mixed emotions. 17 years I spent in the same campus. And now it's time for me to move on. So I'm excited and and I'm happy to be here once again.
That's awesome. Amy, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. First of all, congratulations. That's awesome news, Omar. I am also in the Rio Grande Valley. I work at Piaget Collegiate High School. I'm a librarian. And this is my first time attending the local regional meeting, so I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. Welcome. Mel, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey folks, so I'm the illegal one, as the usual last name. I am not in Texas or South Texas or even Texas. I am, sorry, I should say, okay, sorry, I'm Mel. Yeah, sorry, I'm Australian and I live in Colombia, so in Cali, in the South America. And yes, I should say what I do. Yes, that's probably a good idea. So I teach grade 9 and 12 mathematics at an IB school over here at the moment. That is me.
Awesome. And welcome back. Thank you for being here. And before we move on, I would like to introduce myself, Mr. G. I am a Google for Education certified trainer, innovator, and leader for the Google Educator Group of South Texas. I am a CTE teacher at Juarez Lincoln High School for La Jolla ISD. And I'm honored to be with y'all. And somebody just joined us in. Would you like to introduce yourself? And I hope I'm saying this correctly. Wiley?
Yes. How are you all today?
Doing great. Thank you.
I think, let me see. I don't know if my camera is malfunctioning or not. Let me, because I don't see myself. Can you all see me or no?
Not really, but it's okay.
Okay. Well, my camera should be coming on. Oh, you know what? That's the problem. So my name, while it's coming on, I'll just tell you, my name is Wally Brazier the fifth. I am actually here. I used to be an educator in Texas, in the Dallas area. I was a principal there and a science teacher. But I'm actually now here in Louisiana, and I am the GEG leader for Louisiana, but I'm also the GEG mentor for the South Central United States. And so Texas is one of the areas that they gave to me. I'm also a Google certified trainer and a Google certified innovator, as well as a Google partner as well. So happy to be here, and it's my first meeting with everyone. So I thank you for having me, and I appreciate you all. And I'll just kind of be here, kind of hanging out. I think you all can see me now, right?
Yes.
I see there's a pair deck that's there. So yeah, so Catherine and Omar, Mel, and Amy, everyone, good to see and meet everyone.
It's an honor to have you. Thank you.
Yes, we're super excited to have you here with us. If you guys just hopped in, I just dropped the link again to the Pear Deck in the chat. If you guys want to go ahead and join us, just let me know if you're having any trouble getting in before we move on. Can somebody give me a yay or nay?
Looks good on my end.
I'm in.
All right. Mel, did you get in?
Mel, yes.
Okay. All right. So we're super excited to have you guys here. I thought we would start with a end of the year on a scale of dogs. How are you feeling? So you're going to move your Pear Deck dot to show how you're feeling. And I'm going to actually pull up our dash so we can see everybody's responses.
Do we only get one dot?
You only get one dot for this one. I'm sorry. So somebody looks excited. Two of us are dead tired. All right. So kind of a mix. Some of us are just exhausted. Some are just kind of hanging, and some are super excited. Anybody want to share about why they chose what they chose?
I can share. I guess, and like I mentioned earlier, when we did the intros, I'm excited because as I'm finishing up this school year, I'm going to start a new position, which I'm really excited for, and I think I'm going to have a greater impact working with a regional ESC now, that rather than just the classroom and then the district. So that's why I'm excited. That's where I'm like at that Corgi. Or was it Corgi? I don't know. It's that short now. Yeah.
A Doge.
That's so funny. I picked the corgi also.
And I'm excited because this summer I'm going to be included in the district curriculum writing for high school to assist with technology integration. So I'm like, that's awesome to be
That's
included.
super exciting. Yeah.
I'm prepping for that PD that happens right at the end of summer, at the end of the school year, right before we go into summer, and so it's just things kind of coming from all directions right now. So I'm the tired dog.
Yeah, I selected the tired one. Lately, they had me testing since I have a computer lab. So all I'm doing is testing. It's the end of the school year. I haven't seen my students in a while. So test, and more test.
Such fun. All right. All right. Well, Omar, I'm going to let you kind of introduce our game, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely, yes. So this is something that I've used in PD before and with my children as well. I will be at Region 1 Wiley, so I'll be at the Region 1 ESC down here in South Texas. So I use them as brain breaks, and there's something else that I want to talk about. So what I want to it's emoji, and we're going to guess a band, movie, or song. But there is a Google quiz, and that's how we, Google form where you're going to answer the answers. So we'll see the slides with the emojis. You kind of get an idea of what it is, and then once we go through all 9 of them, after that we'll link the Google form so that way you can enter your answers again. You don't have to remember what they were, because in the Google form you're also going to see the image of each slide, and then because whoever gets the first or gets them all correct first will get a code from Feli. Feli's my wife. She works for Flipgrid, so that way you can request a little swag pack, and we'll send you a code out there. So it'll be slides with emojis, and it'll be either a movie or a band, and then the last one is going to be a song, but it'll tell you there on the heading. So I think we're good. So we'll take a few seconds on each one, maybe 5-10 seconds, Catherine, and then we'll just go on to the next one.
Okay. All right, here we go. First one. I totally feel like I got this one.
Same.
Good to go?
Yeah. And some of them will be very easy. I think most of them will be. Well, maybe because I've seen them a bunch of times.
This one doesn't seem that easy to me.
I got that one.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I get it.
I'm sorry, guys. Mine won't let me type.
Oh, no, we're just thinking about the answer. We're not typing yet.
Okay, sorry about that. I ain't going off camera while I'm eating real quick. I don't want y'all to see me stuff in my face.
It's all good.
We're good.
I think this one's easy.
That's easy.
I
Totally
mean,
got it. Really want that Flipgrid pack.
I don't know if somebody from the younger generation will know what this is, but
Yeah. Wait, Cat. There you go.
oh,
Easy peasy.
okay. I think I know this one.
I think I got this one for sure.
I hope it's the correct name, though. What?
Yikes. This is the first one that's like a stumper.
What? Okay, so no.
It's a compound name, 3 words for a compound name. I guess if you want to, if it helps.
Okay. That's probably the trickiest one for so far, for sure.
And that's a song.
Okay, so these two are. This is the second one that I can't.
It'll probably help when we see the choices in front of us, though.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah,
Go ahead.
now you should be able to
Oh, okay.
type in the answers. So make sure you get your name.
There are no choices.
Oh no, that would have been too easy. Maybe a play on the words would be good for next time I see that.
I'm going to stop sharing for a minute so I can try.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought there was going to be options.
No.
What if no one gets a perfect score? Will you take the next one in line?
I can't figure this one out.
Oh my gosh, I think I figured out the one that was stumping me.
With the sheep?
Yes, yes.
I really want to know the answer to that when we're done.
I think I know. That was the hardest one for me. This is a fun activity, guys. Do you end up sharing these little activities with us to use with our own staff and things, or?
Yeah, I don't see why not, right, Omar? Can we share the slide deck?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we can share the slide deck. I don't know if we have a shared drive or.
I think when it's published, doesn't it automatically goes to the email?
I think you get a copy like in kind of like a Word document that shows like your responses.
Yeah, we can share the takeaways from the pear deck, but I don't see we could probably, share the template for the slide deck as well. So if you wanted to, grab the emoji quiz to use with your kiddos.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun if it's allowed. For my staff, that's what I'm thinking to do with staff.
I've used something similar with staff. Obviously, when we're looking at the ages, there's sometimes when we go into bands, some of the younger teachers are not going to know too much about some older 60s, 70s bands. And the same way goes the same way for older teachers with newer bands. So Mel was the first one. But Mel's got a couple of not correct answers. Kathy.
I'm sure I have some not correct answers too. I had to just put straight up no idea on one or two.
Yeah.
Same for the last two.
And then Amy was the next one. Yes, Amy, you got them all correct. I know we still got a couple. Mr. G. Yeah, that one with the doors is a little tricky. How about Wiley? And Frederick, are they still on? Yeah. Okay. Maybe we can.
Here, I'm about to submit mine now, but I'm gonna tell you now, Omar,
I did not get all of them correct. Looks like Rick left. Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple. But yeah, but Amy, yes, you're the first one, and I'll share. I think we're all sharing this one. I'll share it with you, Mr. G and Catherine, so that way we have the results on here. But yeah, it's Amy at 8, 16, 52, 21 with all of them correct. So if we go, the first one was the Red Hot Chili Peppers, right? Then we had Lord of the Rings. I think everybody, yeah, we got Lord of the Rings. Then Queen, the band. Then we had The Lion King, The Beatles, Titanic, and what was the next one?
The Doors.
The Doors. The other band is 3 Doors Down, not 5 Doors Down, but now it is The Doors. And then Rambo First Blood.
Okay, I've never had that in a million years.
That was Rambo First Blood. So Sheepmo First Blood. That was close, but it was Rambo. And then, of course, by no doubt, Don't Speak. That was the last song on there. So Amy, I'll go ahead and forward. I'm gonna need your email, and I'll forward it to Betty, so that way she'll send you a code. So that way you can request. It takes a couple of weeks for you to get your strike back from Flipgrid, but you'll just submit that request on there. So
thank you.
You're welcome.
Congratulations.
Now, one of the things, and I want to talk about this, and since we're leaning into what else we want to talk about in the future, Mr. G, I think we're going on to the next topic of what we want to see in the future as far as the agenda. Let's see.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So one of the things that, and I mentioned this last Thursday on Ditch That book, Ditch That textbook chat, was accessibility. I think that's something, accessibility and inclusion, and how we can make sure that we target every child. And what happened with me and with this quiz, I created something that was Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, right? So thinking middle school, all my children watch cartoons. Everybody will know Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. And as we were progressing, I had a student that wasn't just getting anything right. And then he told me, "Sir, we've never had cable at my house, so I have no idea what these shows are or who they are." So I had made wrongfully, right? I assumed that, okay, every child's got Cartoon Network and Disney, so everybody will be able to, or Nickelodeon, they'll be able to answer these questions. But then it just made me think that not everybody has the resources that I thought everybody would have. So I think when we talk about, what we can discuss in the future, and I think it's accessibility, and we all just need to understand and be conscious that, that there is inequity in, even in our own campus, from campus to campus, but even in our own campus, in our classroom, not everybody's got access to the same resources. So that's something that maybe we can discuss in later meetings, how we can address, accessibility and inclusion for all our children, and whether it's special pops or just, lower socioeconomic, and see what we can do. So sorry, guys, going into that.
No, I totally love that. So we had some great conversations at the last leader meeting about, what do we want to do in the next meeting? What do we want it to look like? And so the conversation kind of turned to, well, the group is about everyone's needs. And so, we had an idea to kind of throw it out to you guys. So this first slide, you're just going to move your stars. And you don't have to move all the stars, but just move the stars to the things that you're super interested in. And then we're going to move to the next slide where you can actually give some specifics, like what Omar was talking about, or what are some things that you would like to see in our GG South Texas group meetings? Because we want this to be, beneficial meeting for everyone every month. So, we want to hear from you guys on what you would like to see. So everybody should be okay moving their stars. Yes. All right, so I'm gonna just wait, give it a minute to see, make sure stars stop flying before we go forward. So it looks like so far everybody wants a little bit of each of the things we mentioned. Everybody okay to go on?
Yeah.
All right, so, like I said, sharing is caring. We really want this to be beneficial for you. So if you would go ahead and use the text tool now to tell us specifically what would be most helpful for you in this group. And this is just to give us information as we plan future meetings so we make sure that they're beneficial for members. And you can add more than one response if you like. If you tap the add extra response, you should be able to put in more than one if you like.
Look at that italic text.
Wonder who did that.
I was using that on the Google form, so with the extension, I was like, I gotta emphasize band or song or movie. So that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hope it's very useful. That was my goal with that innovator project.
I don't see anyone else typing. Does anybody still need a minute or so? Carlos, it looks like everybody's okay.
Yes.
Anything you want to add to what I mentioned or what we talked about?
No, this is something that we need to look into, and then based on what y'all responded, we need to. I mean, one of the things that I posted there was expert presentations. There's some of those things. If we can have somebody join in and talk about some of the topics that you want, it would help a lot. Another way of doing this would be like an EdCamp style, where somebody wants to talk about it and not necessarily experts, but a group of people join together because they want to learn more about it and maybe do some collaborative work to figure these things out. But yeah, we need to figure out how we're gonna look into some of these things, see who we can get to help us on some of these trainings.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like a lot of the things that they mentioned were things that we were initially talking about that, as possibilities. So that's helpful to see.
Now, when you mentioned experts, what if they're not necessarily part of the group yet? Is that something that could be worked out to invite them? Maybe not to the group, but just to our meetings, to our monthly meetings. It'll be okay with that.
Yes. Let me answer in two different ways. If whoever this expert is does not want to be part of the group for whatever reason, then yes, by all means. But especially if they are from South Texas, and they are educators, it would be of benefit not just to them, but especially to us, to grow our community so that we all learn from each other. No, they don't have to be members, but it would be nice if they become members as well. I hope I answered it correctly.
Yeah. See, I know, and I know we have great people in the group, and we have very, very knowledgeable. So, but I was just wondering, okay, what if somebody knows somebody that's not part of our group yet, and and we want to invite them? Of course, building from the inside and using, all our talents is great. But that was just a question. But yeah, it'll make sense. It makes perfect sense to get them in the group. Yeah, thank you.
All right.
All right. So I guess building on that thought is, one of our, things we'd like to see happen is to really help grow our group. So, the more talented folks that we can get together in a group, the more sharing of talents and knowledge we can have. So, just something to keep in mind is, tell your friends. When we tweet things, retweet and share our post, and then you're welcome, right, Carlos, to share the GEG-SOUTX join link with your colleagues or your friends to encourage them to join our group as well. I don't know if you want to speak to that any further.
That was pretty good. Pretty much it is. It's your group. Help your group grow. And the more we grow, the more information. Like last time I needed help, and Mel right away, thank you so much for your help. It made me realize that using a shortcut may not be the best explanation, because for some reason Macs don't work the same way that Windows or Chromebooks do. So the shortcut works on Chromebooks and Windows, but for some reason Mac doesn't have a shortcut that I needed. So thank you for your help, and I explained what I needed to explain in a different way.
Just such a cool thing that we're all in different places, but we have this collective group to go to ask questions and share information with. I think that's just amazing. So, continue to share with others so we can grow the group even further. All right. And then that kind of wraps up what we were going to do today. I don't know if you want to speak to anything about our next meeting.
Two things. Our next meeting, I'm not sure if it's what's going to happen our next meeting. So for right now, one thing that I do want to share is a link, and I'm going to share it both on the chat and on the live stream. I think you're going to have to copy and paste because it doesn't have the leading HTTPS. But use this link, and it's important because it helps our community grow. You probably, some of the trainers and leaders may know that Mayju is the Googler in charge of our program, the Google Educator Group and the Google Trainer program. So it not only helps us, but and then not only helps her by using that link, but the training that is going to be available. If you already looking at the link, you'll see that it's going to be about how to use technology anywhere. And I was asked to participate by creating a video for this presentation. So hopefully it gets approved. And if it does, it will be part of the YouTube stuff. So here's hoping that it gets approved.
And that was is that the Anywhere classroom that you're sharing?
Yes, if you go to the link, it'll say the Anywhere School and just register. I don't think you have to be in a specific one.
No, I think the Anywhere School is like an awesome opportunity basically for PD, and there's so many people like around the world that are participating, because I've got like friends from like Australia and stuff who've been asked to participate as well. And it's just really cool that they've all got these, they're doing so many different shares. So I appreciate you sharing that out as well. And it is really cool, I think. And it's got, all the different time zones available, so it doesn't really matter where you are, it's still accessible. And so, yeah, I just wanted to add that.
Awesome. Thank you. Yes. All right. And that's pretty much all I have. What time is it? We have 15 minutes. I don't know if anybody else would like to add something to this training before we log out. Or we could finish 15 minutes early.
I'm just really glad to see, everybody that joined us tonight. I just want to, make sure that you guys just know that it's really great to see, your faces here.
Awesome. And one more time, I want to say congratulations to Kathy for being our new captain, and to Omar for this new position that you have. It's so amazing. So congratulations to both of you. Have a wonderful... Oh, wait. Were you going to say something, Kathy?
No, I just took a picture. I hope that was okay with everyone.
Awesome. So have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And we'll see each other either at the Anywhere School or sometime next month. Have a good one, y'all.
Thanks, guys.
Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Likewise.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Google Educator Group of South Texas. GEG.SOUTX.US.
Sorry, this kills him.